So in this video for 4.1 we are going to be starting off doing a little bit of graphing. Okay, so slope. Slope is a rate of change. So you're rising and then you are running. So you have to rise or fall first and then you are running right or left. Okay, this we are going to graph these points. So if I graph point A, I'm going to go, for graphing points, you always have to walk to the elevator before you ride it. So you have to either go left or right, and then up or down. Okay, so I'm going to go right one and up one. So there's A. B, I got to go left 2 and then up 3. Okay, because left is negative, right is positive, up is positive, down is negative. Oops, so negative 2, 3, there's my B. C is negative 4, 5, so I have to go left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's C. D is 0, 0, so we're not moving anywhere. That is my origin, it is my middle point. E is 6, negative 7, so I got to go right 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so remember, whenever you're graphing points, you always have to go left or right first, and then up or down. You have to walk to the elevator before you ride the elevator. Okay, domain and range. Domain is all of our x values, and range is all of our y values. So if we're talking about this, and I want to know my domain and my range, so since my domain is my x values, x value, x value, x value, x value, so we got 3, negative 2, 7, and 4. And then my range is all my y values, so 4, 6, negative 8, and 5. And there you go. Okay, is it a function? So for this, to determine if it's a function, we're going to do a vertical line test. Okay, vertical lines look like this. So if I drew a bunch of vertical lines on my graph, it can only hit the lines once. If it hits one vertical line more than once, it is not a function. Okay, so if I do this one first, if I made a billion vertical lines that are supposed to be straight, okay, it only crosses my vertical line once on each of my lines. Okay, so yes, this one is a function. Okay, if I do a bunch of vertical lines in this one hits twice. Okay, so it does not pass my vertical line test, so it is not a function. Okay, if I make a bunch of vertical lines, you can see that it's only hitting each vertical line once, so yes, it is a function. So this is called the vertical line test. Okay, to tell whether it's a function based on your points. Okay, so to be able to tell, if you look at this picture right here, we can see that these contain the same y values, not the same, well, in this case, they're also the same x values. So actually, if they have the repeating x values, so you can see that both of these, their x values are 0, both of these x values are 1, we can see that it is not a function. Okay, so whenever you see your x values repeat, it's not a function. So if I have this, we look at our x values, they do not repeat, so is it a function? Yes. If I have this, okay, let's look at our x values. My 1's repeat, so no, it is not a function. So you look to see if your x values repeat to see if it's a function or not. Okay, domain is all of my x values. Okay, oops. So if I'm trying to find my range, it means I'm trying to find my y values. So if I have this equation, I could plug all of my x values in and solve to find my 3 y values. So I'm going to get y equals 2 times 1 plus 1, y equals 2 times 2 plus 1, and y equals 2 times 3 plus 1, so that I'm solving for y to find my y values. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, so I got y equals 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, so this at this point would then be 1 comma 3. This one is 2 comma 5. And this one's 3 comma 7. So we just put the x value back in that we plugged in for our x point, and then the y value we found we put in our y section. Okay, so for this one, a lot of people get confused when I put f of x. F of x means function. It's just a fancy way to confuse you in math. So if I have f of x, I'm just going to change it to a y to make it easier. Okay, so again, I have 3 different x values, and I need to find my 3 different y values. Okay, so I'm going to get y equals, when I put a negative in for a negative x, it's going to look like this, because I still have that negative in front. So there's my negative 1, so I got y equals negative 0 plus 1, and y equals negative 1 plus 1. Okay, so this one, 2 negatives make a positive, so now I got y equals 1 plus 1. This is 0 times negative 1 is still 0, so I got 0 plus 1. Negative times a positive 1 gives me a negative 1. Okay, so then we got y equals 2, y equals 1, and y equals 0. So if I rewrite them with my x values, I got negative 1, 2, I got 0, 1, and I got 1, 0. So that is my, if I'm just asking for ranges though, I want my y values. So that is my range right here is 2, 1, and 0.